Brat is now a married woman. The hip-hop icon spent years hiding her sexuality from the public, but is now living her best life with lady and future baby mama, Jesseca Dupart. While Brat always came across as someone not entirely straight, it has been a journey for her and her fans, as the rapper took her time dating men in the front of camera while keeping female partners hidden away. Let's take a look back at the road to happiness and the guys she entertained before giving her heart to her missus. Okay, so believe it or not, one of Brat's first relationships ever publicly was with fellow hip-hop star and icon Andre Benjamin, aka Andre 3000 of Outkast. Super dope, right? But very little is known about their union online, even though the pair kind of makes sense. You see, in the 90s, Brat became one of the first female rappers to go platinum, solo. Both stars were breakout acts from Atlanta, and they're very well known for their appearance, especially in their expressions of gender. You see, Andre 3000 was becoming a massive star with Outkast and just beginning to experiment with the wigs and the dresses and all that, while Brat was never shy to flaunt her tomboy fashion in jeans and oversized shirts. Whether the two were in an actual relationship or just dating and having fun, it's uncertain, but information relating to them being a couple has been rumored since literally the 90s. Now, this relationship was followed by a new relationship with NBA star Allen Iverson, but due to her kind of tough demeanor and appearance, a lot of people were surprised to see them as a couple. You know, basketball and tomboy, but nonetheless, they say it was real love, especially Brat, who told Candy Burris last year that they were happy for a while. Brat admitted that, quote unquote, she's a grandma's child and very domestic. She even added in their sit down that she loved cooking for AI, she loved dressing him and pleasing him in the bedroom, but eventually things took a turn due to AI's excessive cheating. You see, at that time, AI was so flagrant. He had women come into the hotel where him and Brat was staying, and they would ask for AI in the hallway. Like, literally, that's asking for a beating. And guess what? That's what they got. Brat even admitted that she beat up a woman one time and literally broke up with AI right after. But she did state that AI was so sweet, especially to her grandmothers at the time. But after a while, it just became too much with the other women. This is what she said.
It's like, this is amazing. Like, I was like, this is it. But then I think, basketball players hoes, okay?
Right,
like,
true.
He had a baby mama, some kids. He had a lot of stuff going on. So, it lasted for a good while. Both of my grandmothers, they were alive. They loved him. Like, he was so sweet to them. Like, it was good for a minute. It was good for a long time.
So it just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out. Too many.
Following this relationship, Brat admits that she had a fling with Love and Hip Hop star Kirk Frost before he married Rashida. What you didn't know was that, Kirk was a rapper before he even got married and became a manager of Rashida. But the gag was he worked hard to date Brat too. Apparently, back in the day, he wrote his number down on 20 $100 bills just to go on a date with her. Literally. Now that's how you get somebody's attention. He also gifted her a Lincoln Navigator, which y'all know was like the most popping car back in the 90s. Fast forward a few years later, in the early 2000s, Brat femmed up at one point, meaning dressing more sexy and like a woman, And this was a move that she takes full responsibility for and claims no one forced her. She even told Tamron Hall earlier this year that it was actually an attempt to cover up her sexuality. She simply felt safe enough to take on a more feminine approach at the time. But we all know this did not last long. And for the last 2 decades, Brat has been totally comfortable to what we're used to and what she's used to, her signature tomboy aesthetic. But during her femme time, she actually dated David Guest, who is Lisa Minnelli's famous ex-husband. These two dated super short, and a lot of people actually doubted their union because it seemed to be unclear if they both were straight. Now, the two would engage in public PDA to prove their love, but like I said, it didn't last long. The sad part is that David would actually pass away in 2006 at a Four Seasons in London after a suspected overdose on sleeping pills and steroids, which quote unquote was used for his pneumonia. He was 62 years old. On a positive note though, true love finally found Brat and Miss Jesseca Dupart. They're now in a relationship that they push to accept their queerness and come out to the world. Their love has been nothing short of a fairy tale, and they let fans in on their journey on social media and reality TV. The duo recently announced they are expecting their first child and recently tied the knot on 2/22/22. Aw, how beautiful. Until next time.